Why, hello and welcome back to Nikki Loves Lux. My name is Nikki and my channel is called Nikki Loves Lux. Lux to me is everything from a fantastic pair of thermal socks when it's cold outside, right the way through to a handbag that makes you smile, or a pair of headphones that blocks the world outside. And today we have an impromptu, unplanned unboxing that I just kind of stumbled across in Schiphol Airport. Yes, Schiphol, which is Amsterdam, for those of you who don't know. I'll show you the bag. Spoiler alert, it's absolutely massive. Spoiler alert, there's a couple of things to unbox in here. And spoiler, one's that size. So, I'm going to talk for a little bit while I take the items out of the bag. Apologies for the background noise. Like I said at the start, I wasn't intending to buy anything. Well, I kind of thought you're in Europe, right? So from those of you who are from the UK or other countries, you might have heard about VAT refunds. So I got a VAT refund on these items. And it's basically because the long story is I was going to Poland with work. Due to how complex the place was to get to, I had to fly via Schiphol in Amsterdam, and we had 2.5 hours to wait there. What else are you going to do with 2.5 hours? At the airport in Poland, at Gdansk, my colleague purchased his Valentine's Day gift for his wife, so she, thanks to me, got a lovely set of perfumes to go with something he'd already got her, which was chocolates. He didn't just want to buy her chocolates. I get the point. It might have been a bit boring to some, but anyway. So on the way, when we got to Amsterdam, I was like, I've eaten. I fell asleep on the plane. What else am I going to do at Schiphol Airport? So he's one of these guys that can't sit still. I'm one of these people who likes to shop. We're walking through the airport. My bonus is coming soon. And I thought, oh, there's Bulgari. Went in, had a look around, wasn't blown away. Loved the Serpente collection. I probably have a mental block with the price of some of the items in my head, which is fair enough. But obviously savvy me's thinking, I can see Hermes over there. Why is there a bloody rope in front of the door? Yes, there is a rope in front of the door, a blue rope at that. Because you obviously have to be fabulous to be allowed in. So my colleague saying, so why is there a rope? And I said, probably because there's about one person who works there and they've got at least one customer in the shop, which was right. There was two there and two customers, 2 members of staff. They obviously want to give good service. Now, I'll say at the airport they don't offer you champagne or anything like that. But I'll tell you what she did ask me, and I'll start opening these. So I wanted to go in to look at bracelets. I'm a sucker for a bracelet. I might have bought one bracelet or maybe 2. Lovely boxes, aren't they? 2025 ribbon. Stunning. Let's unbox these and I'll show you what I got. Now, one is slightly more fiddly than the other, because obviously I tried them on in store to make sure I didn't look like a dick in these. This is the non-fiddly one. Is that not just stunning? So it is the black, and it's the Rival, and it's in gold hardware. Hopefully that's picking it up right. I'll put it onto my wrist and let you see. Please ignore this. I need to remove these. I also have it next to my £40 bracelet, which is a bit religious for me. Yes, I am a wee bit religious, but I also like the style of that. So in fact, this is the smallest size they do it in. What I love about these is these are so easy to put on. So you think, I love it. It looks absolutely perfect on me. It goes with my style. So for me, that was a no-brainer. When I seen those in the thing, she said, what ones do you like? And I said, those straight away. And she said, brilliant. And she said, she said, I see you wear gold, because I had my rings on, etc. And I said, yep, that's my preference. So she just showed me what was available in gold in my size. That one, at first I thought it was navy, but it's clearly not, it's black. And then I thought, well, actually, that's a really good choice because it matches loads. Now, great fit. They had other ones in the bigger sizes that I like the colours of, but they'd have been too big, and I'd rather just get something that fits than something else. So that was item one. And while I was talking to her, I said, she said, what else might you be interested in? What other kind of Hermes items have you got? She wanted to try and get to know me as a customer. Now, what I'll say is I wasn't in any kind of business dress. I was wearing a Fleetwood Mac t-shirt and jeans. You know the t-shirt, I've worn it here many times. And I just talked about, you know, that I've got the chain anchor ring and bracelet cuff that I love. They're silver, but I like to switch these things up. She was like, right, okay, I kind of get a bit your style. And she asked, and we talked about some other bits, and she said, what colours do you like? And she says, well, I've got some other bracelets if you want to have a look. Now, this style I've always liked when I've seen them online, but I don't know if it was the lights or what in the shop made it even more attractive. Now, I can't say I'd ever noticed this before, but once I did, it was lust at first sight. Now, do you see that? It's like a Kelly bracelet. Now, what I'll say is, it's a bit, as you can see, I'm clearly struggling with it already. I can't remember which way I move it. This has been, oh, that's that way. So you just slip it up and round. Now, because it's a bit new, it's a bit fiddly, you put it on. I'm not going to lock it because I've got it stuck on me about 3 times. But imagine that's locked. It's a great fit. The woman said pink complements your skin tone, which I would agree with. Like pinks, navies, those types of colours like suit my skin tone more because I'm not like a whoop shallow skinned goddess. But I think that's a beautiful little stack, and it's my stack. This one really quite got a lot of weight to it. Now, the bit I'm struggling with is taking it on and off. I don't know if it's my arthritis, as you saw, but seems quite sensible. But if you look at it, it's got lots of pink in it. It's got like flowers. Now, you of course, it's still on the Hermes website. I just kind of fell in love with the pink of it. The pink and the stars and the other bits and bobs. It's just beautiful. So I was like, oh, I'm 2 items in. Am I bold enough to ask the question everyone wants to ask when they go to any Hermes store? And the answer is yes. I did. I said, don't suppose you've got any non-quota bags in stock, have you? And then I said, I'm not stupid enough to ask you for a Kelly or a Birkin. And the woman smiled and laughed. So I kind of showed off a wee bit of Hermes knowledge by that. And she says, what would you be interested in? And I says, well, I do like crossbody bags. And she says, well, I can go through the bag and see. And I'll come back to you. Now, she said, depending on what I see, I might have a wee question for you. And I was like, okay, what's the question going to be? So anyway, she comes back and says, yes, I do have something. What kind of colours do you like? And I said bright, because I do like bright colours. To me, if it stands out, all the better. And she says, well, that's excellent, because I've got something brightly coloured for you that I think you'll like. And then she says, how do you feel about the Evelyn? And I said, one bag style I've never tried. Now, I've seen the TPM. I'm going to be honest, it looks too small. Like the rest of the world, I believe there should be a size in between. Now, what I've got might be a little bit too big for me, but I don't really care because I love it. And I'm going to show you that next, because I'm not a total tease. But if you want to, you can hang around for the rest of the items I've got. Spoiler alert, one of them will match this. So anyway, she brings out this box. I'm going to be honest, I've undone it because she could only show me a peek because there was another customer in the shop and she didn't want to kind of admit that they have bags in stock. Yes, that's how that experience went. And we'll see what you guys think to the questions she asked me once I open this. So, apologies, the paper is a bit crumpled. It wasn't her. It was me. So those of you in the know can see it now. It's a big beauty. Now, I'll tell you the name of it, etc. in a minute. Sorry, I was reading that there, forgetting completely that I was with you guys. Apologies. So anyway, you just want to see what this is and what colour it is. Now, when I say bright, it's bright. Might be difficult to style at times, but I think I can give it a go. Oh, it's even nicer on the camera. It is. This beautiful. And she said the leather is, honestly, out of this world. It says it's a Sac Evelyn Post 329 in the colour orange. And it's in, I think it's Clemence leather. It's definitely Clemence something anyway. Is that like the squishiness of that leather is outstanding. Now, I am one of those people who is going to use that at the front, but I'm going to get a liner. Okay. The leather is, I've never touched anything as beautiful. You've got the lovely Hermes Paris. What you'll also see is she looked for something with gold hardware as well, because she knew I liked gold. Your strap also comes in this. I was like, your straps in that. It also obviously has these to kind of keep it big. But for me at first I was like, oh my god, that's absolutely huge. But when I look at it here, it's not that bad. I mean, it's just a wee bit bigger than my head. But anyway, I didn't expect, when I just thought I would ask cheekily, because I remember watching Deb and it's, there you go, canvas strap. It's got your leather bits on it, gold hardware, you can see, not even taking these off. Not like I'm going to be at Schiphol Airport anytime soon to return it. I should have done this earlier. Oh, we've got one bit off. But for me, it's just beautiful, isn't it? I don't know what you guys think. Orange isn't everybody's colour. But I've definitely got a wee vibe going with the old fruity colours. Fruity patootie. This is so hard to take that. That's it. Top tip, open the thing. That took that off straight away. So, I've obviously not even put this on yet. God, everything feels wonderful and luxurious now. For those of you who've been on my channel for a while, you'll know I've tried a couple of Hermes bags. Now, I need to shorten it quite a lot to go to probably about there, right? But hello, beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Now, I was playing about with it. I lengthened it thinking I wouldn't need that much room. Oh, sorry, that I wouldn't need that much room. But there we go, even sitting like that. Oh, how amazing does that look with my navy jumper? I've got a navy coat as well. It's just, I could actually take that even a wee bit higher. I definitely want a liner for it, probably before I use it, but it is honestly, please excuse the mess here, but is it not beautiful? Probably looks, it's not as like, it's not the traditional orange really of the Hermes. It seems slightly duller, but is that not absolutely stunning? It's absolutely love. Like, I know that you're supposed to wear it this way around, and that's the way I'm going to do it, because I would rather it's not a advert. I would rather it's, if you know, you know, and I'm left quiet at the rest of it. So that was my complete and utter surprise. Now obviously it was VAT free, so I got it cheaper than I would have in store. I think it was about 300, yeah, 300 euros cheaper. Yeah. When you're making a purchase like that, it's absolutely huge. So my advice to all of you watching is absolutely ask those questions when you go to airport shops. Don't be afraid. I thought this woman might be a bit snooty. She was absolutely gorgeous. Asked me if I might be back soon, when I'd be back, and I says I'll definitely be back through the airport travelling onwards to Poland in the future, and I'd love to see you again if you're here, and I will definitely come back in for my shopping because I said, as you know, there is no Hermes store in Glasgow. And she said, yes, we used to have one. And I was like, yep. But in those days, I told myself I was not allowed Hermes. But before she showed me the colour, she said, you know, I told you she whispered something to me. She whispered, you'll need to spend a bit more money. Hopefully you caught that, which was, you need to spend more. She was obviously all about her commission, which I don't know if she's allowed to do or not. But quite frankly, I don't care. I've not revealed her by name. So I got 2 other items to push me that. You know what this is. So I'll open that next. It's clearly a twilly. And she said, do you like silks? And I said, yes. And she said, what if we try and find you one that matches that? Now, I went for something quite classic, but just with a flash of orange. Because to me, the oranges, the browns and the blacks will make that go together with other things. I'll wear it with like my leather jacket, those types of things. I'll wear it with a long dress in summer, etc. What I thought I could do is just like tie it here or here and maybe like twist it or something and have it kind of like dangling but at the front side maybe. I'll figure that out at some point anyway, but it was absolutely, I think it's just a classic kind of set of colours. But also, I've been known to use these in my hair, to just tie them and have it as a bow to keep my hair back a wee bit. It sometimes hides when I need my roots done, like now. Oops, just pretend you didn't see that there. So anyway, that was the next thing. Now, there was something I wanted from Hermes, but I hadn't actually bought yet. It was a Calvi. Because let's be honest, any good Hermes fan recognises the boxes. So anyway, that was the first place she said, well, do you like leather accessories? After we'd got to main scarves, and I seen a lovely one, but my hubby wouldn't care if it's from Poundland or Tesco, really. The one he wears the most, I think, came from British Home, not British Home, those Debenhams, but it's about 15 years old and he just loves it. So I was like, no point, he wouldn't care. It was gorgeous though, so I would have. And she said, what about leather goods? And I said, yes, yes, yes. And I seen this, and I knew it was the one for me. Ladies, look at this absolute beauty. The leather is just sensational. It's the most beautiful colour of green. It's got nothing to do with a football team I might support that may have influenced it tinily. But anyway, we don't talk about football very much on YouTube. It's just that I'm one of those girls who does actually like football sometimes. But it's so squishy and oh, it's just fabulous. I don't even know what kind of leather it is or anything. I was just like, yeah. Gimme. Because I was honestly like a kid at Christmas because I couldn't quite believe that I'd managed to get that. Now, obviously with the VAT-free pieces, I'm going to say the next bit I'll tell you will surprise you. Some of the high-end stores like Hermes, you don't have to do the global blue tax refund piece with because they just deduct the price from your items. Let that sink in. Less faff, less hassle, more fabulousness. So yeah, I went to look at a bracelet and I left with a bag, a card. Oh, they look good together, don't they? This and 2 bracelets, one of whom I'm wearing. And I'm now officially on what I call Ban Island. I think a few of you call it Ban Island. For months and months and months, because that is just unreal. And you can see the difference in the oranges there, can't you? Now, I did think that maybe in the future I'll actually get a different crossbody strap with it. I actually like the web ones. I'm a weirdo. In some respects, they're better because they're more pliable. You can work with it. The leather's great. I don't know that I would have the funds to buy an Hermes one, nor be able to get one in stock because they're always out of stock. But you know, for me, I kind of thought, oh, you could get, I know they've had one in stock for a while that's white and lemon, and I thought, oh, that would go nice with this. These are the kind of things I'm thinking of as ways to just completely change up the style while still knowing that I've bought 100% the right thing. Who am I kidding? I need to put this back in the way it was. Now, I'm going to wait to get a liner before I use it because I want to make sure I'm protecting the shape. After I bought it, I'll be honest, I had a bit of, what have I just done? Have we all been there before? That way when you spend money on something and you think, was it really worth it? I think it was. I'm still kind of deciding. I also figured to myself, if it's £300 cheaper, you're okay because you could sell it for the price you paid even, and someone would be happy to get them for a little less. Now, I'll try and find my receipt. So, yeah, so the bag says, so the SL, so the Calvi is a, says one size, 1K, bamboo is the colour, love it. Would I want a bag in that colour? Yes. I think I've seen a few bags in that colour, love it. Officially sold, so the Calvi was €364. The Twilly was €192. The bag was definitely €300 less at 2685. The Reval 437, and the enamel bracelet was 651. Now, obviously that had to be transferred to UK money. I definitely saved a fortune. I got the VAT back. I got an item I can't get near where I live. I got something that to me is sunshine in leather. I see this as being a spring, summer and autumn bag, because to me that's very much a pumpkin-y fabulous colour. Will I get the dog charm? No, the horse charms? No, I'm not really a fan of the Pegasus. Do I like the PH ones? Yes. If I could get the right one at the right price of them, yeah, I would definitely wear that because it's quite a big bag and it could handle a couple of things like that from it, but not too much. Because for me, I think with that, it's going to be less is more. Will I tell everyone how much it cost? No, because my husband would kill me. But anyway, the other thing I was going to talk to you about is money. We keep our money separate. What I buy from my wages is my issue. I have to pay it. I don't get us into a position where we're going to be thrown out the house due to going bankrupt and we're all okay. So that's the main thing. But anyway, if you're going to Europe, my strong advice would be to have a look while you're there. Because if you're bold like I was, you just don't know what you're going to be offered. Now, this is my, is it my third or my fourth bag? Fourth. It's the only one still on. So that's going to be the next one to see, do I love it enough to keep it, or will I get buyer's regret because I feel guilty at the price? Yeah, I can see that happening, feeling guilty about it. But the key thing is, it was cheaper than I could have got it in store. I don't know when I'll next be in a store because I live in Glasgow and there isn't any stores in Scotland. I hope when they reopen some of the hotel and everything they're doing at Jenner's building, one of the rumours was the Hermes were going in. If that happened, I'd be really happy. I mean, it would be bad for my bank balance, but at least I'd be able to do a wish list without having to travel several hundred miles at my own expense to do so as well. Especially if I would have about 3 wish lists and nothing would get fulfilled. That would just feel terrible. But did I enjoy looking at the stuff they had in stock? Absolutely. The one thing I did also go in to look at Oran's, but didn't have any in my size because I'm a 34. It's probably not a size you would sell much in. I do love the black studded ones. You guys know, hopefully, which ones I'm talking about. The only other thing I got was this. And this was what I was going to settle myself with. So it's an Hermes perfumes, and it's the miniature Jardin Discovery set. So as you can see, I've not even opened it. Let's do it now. I totally forgot to open this with these. So from what I remember, it's got 4 of them in it. Now, it'll be easy to look at them inside than it is outside. So they really are miniatures. So we have Un Jardin. I can't even read that. God almighty. No. I think there's Jardin de Lagoon, so the sea. I'll hold it up for you to read. Hopefully you can read that. The writing's very, very small. I too am blind. But yeah, 4 little ones to try, because I thought if I try them, then I can figure out which ones I like. If I can get them out, I'll maybe have a good wee sniff and decide which ones I might like in the future. What I love is that it gives you the chance to test them. So this is Sur la Lagoon, which I think is the sea. Oh, that's beautiful. I can smell a bit of salt. Definitely got a kind of seaside riff to it. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's so nice. But oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, this could be a winner. Then we have Un Jardin à Cythère. I have no idea what that means in French. Oh, it's a bit more gardeny. Maybe a forest. Smells a bit like fern-like and things. Lovely smell as well. I'm not going to put more than one on because I'll just confuse myself. The next one is Le Jardin de Monsieur. I can't see. I actually can't read the last bit. Kind of woody a wee bit. I have no idea what it is, to be honest. I'm just a sucker. And then we finally have, for God's sake, can you read? I mean, how are you supposed to be able to read that? I think this might be night, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's much stronger. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I don't know what that smell is, but I like it so. If I figure out what these are, Jardin. Alright, so it's like a night garden. So you've obviously got some kind of daytime and some kind of nighttime. I assume they are scents, all beautiful. I think it was €60 or less. No, it's not bloody euros. It was 160 of what Polish zillions. I can't remember the name of the Polish currency, but I think it did work out about £60 or €60. I'm not sure which, but I would say that's a good little set to get and try little bits and pieces out. And then that'll lead me to which ones I like. Obviously I would have preferred it if it had a squisher, but I might just put them in something that I've already got and try spraying them on to see which ones I like the best. But yeah, overall really impressed with that. Other than I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments about that you need to spend a little bit more money to be able to, for me to sell you that bag. That's what I really want to hear your comments on. Is that allowed? Is it not allowed? How would you feel about that if you were asked? When she said €600, that felt like a little bit less of a push, and hence why I got the Calvi and the scarf. And I think that was us basically there, but she just let me away with it anyway. But yeah, orange, not the colour for everyone. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you have a size 3? Aye, yeah. the bigger of the two sizes of Evelyn. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What's your views? Now I know that Dave from Eldenfield got a gold on gold. Shockeroonie when she was in New York and she just had the brass neck to ask for it. That's the kind of person I admire, just asking. Now, she does have a good purchase history with Hermes, so if they'd actually looked back on that, they would have seen that she's got a couple of Birkins and at least one Kaylee and some other bits and bobs. I don't have the same kind of level of spend as that type of person, however, that's certainly increased it now. But yeah, so basically, I've got a bag that I had no clue I was even looking for, and I absolutely love it. What's your thoughts? Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say about it. And yeah, I think I'll be going to Handbag Angels for my liner. I'll probably use one of Meredith's discount codes because even she uses her own discount codes. I know she tries to force the guys at Handbags Angels to let her pay. But yeah, that's a sign of a really good relationship between them, that she forces them to let her pay. I would do the same if I was her, because she'll be thinking I'm taking a loan of these guys, but they probably get great publicity out of Meredith. So, you know, good for Meredith for doing that. Obviously, you know I'm a fan of hers because she let me have her Fendi. Two Fendis actually now. I'm probably going to do a wee bit of a clear out now to recoup some funds after this, but I won't be doing it on YouTube. I always do it through a reseller. I will happily pop the details of them in. They're a Facebook person, so yeah, I'll pop them in nearer the time. But again, like I said, let me know your thoughts, and also thank you for coming back. P.S. I hit 7,000 views on my video while I was away. I nearly said 7,000 subscribers. That'll take me several years, and that's okay because I'm down with waiting. And yeah, also want to, and my final point, want to address, I had a wee tear in one of my last videos. I'm over that. It was just stupidity. I was tired. I was a bit all over the place. I had a lot going on. I'm fine now. What you going to say? We're always our worst critics, aren't we? Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. Thanks so much for watching this one. Let me know what would you have had the balls to ask, like I did? Or would you have just stood there and gone, and walked out? I've done that many times before in Hermes. I'll be honest. I got too intimidated the first time I went in London. I just kind of walked straight back out. But anyway, that's my purchases. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one.